Yeah, people, welcome back, man. Welcome back to Nicardo Media House today. Yet another morning side of video to you guys late upload. But guess what? I'm here to drop my reaction of what happened in the city of Nicaragua last night in Managua. Another win for the boys. Yeah, another win for the number one team in the Caribbean in the dark hole of one of the toughest environment to play in Managua. Yeah, in Central America. We go there again. Back-to-back win in Central America for Steve McLaren. How many coach can actually say, look, I have played the last 3 games against 3 speaking Spanish countries and haven't lose a game as yet. Whenever the Reggae Boys play Spanish speaking countries, we have always suffered. Yeah, over the years, we have always been inconsistent. But guess what? The Gaffer first 3 games, Cuba, Honduras, Nicaragua. You understand? But a lot of people would say, oh, Cuba is ranked all the way up there. Nicaragua is ranked, 131, on the FIFA chart. But guess what? These are the games that we used to have problems in the past to get over. And also, Central America was a turf that it wasn't a happy turf for us to go and to see my country, the Reggae Boys, go in Central America in back-to-back games and score 4 goals in the 2 games, yeah? 2 own goals, yeah? Conceded 1 and walk out from Managua last night with a clean sheet. You understand? But I must say, reaction to what happened also, the starting lineup I didn't really surprise to some bit. Why? Because the back of my mind, even though I said, look, continuity is the key for Steve McLaren to start the same team, to get used to the players and, get to see who really fit the system perfectly well. You understand? And, just to know that, look, a winning team is coming off a big win in Honduras. It's always key to not to change your winning team, but he have made quite a few tweaks and he have made a change in all line of formation in that starting level last night, except the goalkeeper position. You have brought in Gray, Trayvon Gray in the back line, for Bell. You have brought in Kirai Anderson, in the midfield for Casey Palmer. Maggie have came in the team as well for Norman Campbell, and also Romario Williams dropped in the team as well. As the coach said, Mikel Antonio seems like he picked up a knock. He came in the team for Mikel Antonio. So every line in the formation, there was a change in that game last night. And guess what? I was a little bit surprised to see so many changes. But when you look at the changes, I have said this in previous video on this platform already. Artificial turf, it's not an easy thing to play on. Yeah. English league players, this is not something that they used to play. It cannot be played in English Premier League. It cannot be played in the EFL Championship, League 1 or League 2, EFL bundles from their tier in England. You understand? So look at it, man. This coach is an experienced coach. Yeah, very experienced. He would have known that, look, he need to probably change the balance. But us fans didn't really see it as that, guys. This is the first time seeing Romario Williams. This is the first time starting Akira Anderson. Since his tenure at the helm at the national team, and this is his first time seeing Trayvon Gray. Even though he said he have watched a few players, but this is the first time seeing them in the camp and to trust the players. This to show you that the manager is showing a bit of flexibility around, and you have to give him credit for that. And also, what have transpired in the game, the goals, look at the goals that were scored. We have scored 2 goals in Honduras. Yeah, 2 goals have came from that right hand side. You guess what? You get what I say? The Norman Campbell one when he beat Rosales, the left back for Honduras and the touchline. Yeah, the build up play between I think Bobby Reed and I think it was Kaim Dixon and Shamal Nicholson. I think it was that where I think we got a build up where we got the penalty. You understand? Where we got the penalty, the build up on that right hand side in the game yesterday between Tariq Magee and and Bobby Reed. It's something similar what happened in Honduras, and all 4 of our goals have came from that right hand side. You understand? Just to see, everything is going on. The Romario Williams goal, it was from a corner kick that Greg Lay glanced the ball, which I think was going. It was cruel to the defender to take away his goal, Romario Williams, but it came from that right hand side again. So you can see a pattern of where our goals are coming from. But when you look at how we played the Honduras game, when you look at how we play this Nicaragua game, you see similar patterns of how the coach really want to play this game. And individually, players have stand out, but I think it's more of a collective work, to be honest, if you ask me, a workman style, you understand? But you can't blame the coach. He's changing and he's flexible with his tactics, yeah, but his plan of what he wants from the midfield, it's not there as yet. You understand? It's not there as yet. That is not coming true as yet. The clear evidence plan of what he really wants from the midfield. But you can see that he always said possession based, but the midfield is not showing that dominant in the midfield as yet. The position based, the players them took a while before they get used to the pitch. It's a tough pitch, but as soon as the players them start to get into it, we had a better second half. We have played football more in the defensive third of Nicaragua more than how they play, their attacking football in our own half in the second half. So that showed that we had a better spell in the second half, even though they, Nicaragua didn't really show much courage in the game. I'm going to get to them as well. But look, Andre Blake, fantastic goalkeeper. Yeah, fantastic goalkeeper, man. You have been excellent over the years for the Reggae Boys. Time and time, Andre Blake have saved us in games. And when the final whistle blow, we haven't walked away with a point on the board. Not 1 point. But to see now, Andre Blake is making stops after stops. And we walking away with clean sheets. We walking away with important 3 points in our rival ground, Central America. Yeah, that will only give Andre Blake more confidence. And the defenders, yeah, the back four, it was pretty decent. Look, the two center half, Pinnock and Damian Lowe, well over 6'3". You understand? I think they control the air. I think they win the aerial duels really well. Jamie Moreno, the lone man up front for Nicaragua didn't get a sniff in. Did not get a sniff. You understand? And I think Trayvon Gray, the bounce back he made from the Nations, I think, it's a very, very good bounce back for him. But as I said, these players that coming in, that will show you that there is a plan. There's a system, there's a way of how this coach is coaching the team. It's not just putting out the players out there. These players have individual instructions to do. And Trayvon Gray is on very good form right now for NYFC. And he brought that over with the national team and he showed that dominance last night. Can he be consistent to give Dexter Lemekisa a run in that right back position? Greg Lay do what Greg Lay do, solid at the back, little bit, giving us in the attacking third, but not much, but solid at the back. But overall, I would say your good performance from the back four. Look, the midfield, the double pivot. But before I go to the double pivot between Joel and Kirai, Ethan Pinnock and Damian Lowe must be a little bit more careful with possession. Both of the players have gave up possession over 20 times combined together. Yeah, their combined stats, they have gave up possession over 20 times. That is unacceptable against a team like the US, against a team that's powerful in transition. Panama, we cannot afford to do stuff like that. You understand? They must take care of the ball properly. And Damian Lowe, the first couple of minutes of the game, not even probably 2 minutes, around 3 long balls. Yeah, the game not even settled as yet. Be calm. But guess what? Damian Lowe performances, it's getting better. The long balls have been reduced a little bit. So is this the partnership pairing that we were looking for? A defender that can really be the defender, can step up with Ethan Pinnock performances. Can Damian Lowe keep up the standard? We know that he fight for this national team, he fight for his country. Yeah, we need him to be a little bit more level-headed with these long ball, and also a little bit of your position awareness. It not happening regular like one time, but I saw, I think, quite a few occasions where he got pulled out of position, and They have to map up for someone have to recover, but it's a very good performance from them. But the double pivot in the midfield, again, we cannot have the engine for the team. These two players that playing in these two positions, Kieran Anderson and also Joel Latibodier. We know Joel Latibodier is not a specialist in that 6, but guess what? Can't play the midfield like the ball is a hot potato on the boots. Yeah, man, you can't play the midfield like that, man. The ball have a stick. The ball have a control. You have to have possession over the ball. You have to make sure, you treat the ball like it's a esposa. Yeah? You have to treat the ball like an esposa, like your wife. You understand? So, the two double pivot, they gave away the ball, I think, around 23 times combined together. Both players have gave away the ball, gave up position. It cannot happen. I see Kieran Anderson trying to take too much touch off the ball and them rob him. Or if he trying to play the ball out and he got blocked because he's taking too much time on the ball. He's not going to get too much time. It's a close pitch. The pitch is very small. Joe Latibodier, look, both players have really done well without the ball. What they have done is that, they have control in the middle just by mapping up, just by being a little bit more athletic. They are being a little bit more aggressive. Joe Latibodier, my friend, listen. If you're going to go into a game, especially against Mexico, and you picked up a cheap yellow card like that in the first 3 minutes, I think it's the first 3 minutes of the game, yeah? It's going to be chaos. Those Mexicans will provoke you until you come off the field or until the game finish. They're not going to stop until you get a second yellow card, yeah? And you cannot get a cheap yellow card like that. The first tackle, the first incident in the game, you picked up a yellow card, but just because of indiscipline. Because you didn't get a call, you rush back and challenge and make a rational challenge. You have to be more smart, you have to be more IQ than that as a midfielder. That you is playing in the engine, but outside of not having the ball at their feet, I think they played really well. They just didn't give the Nicaraguan, much time on the ball. They were very pressed, they were very aggressive, and they were very controlling without the ball, just by trying to be at them, not giving them a splint of a second on the ball when they come into our defensive third. The midfield three that played behind the number 9, behind Romaro Williams, which is Tyreek Magee, Bobby Reed, Gray. Look, Gray is still not looking himself, not too much of, the Demari Gray that we saw last year in the start of the Nations League. I even go back to the Gold Cup last year, summer, but not, is it last year? Yeah, I think it was last year. Yeah, I think it was last year. I'm not sure. I think it was last year. The Gold Cup played last year, I think. Yeah, the Gold Cup, I think, played last year when we played the US. I don't remember, but whenever the Gold Cup played, but my mind is not screwed to the Gold Cup right now of what played in the past. But yeah, Demar Gray is not looking himself. You have to be a little bit more proactive with the ball. But I see a little bit of glimpse. Is it that because he have lost his place in the Artifact team, when he just came to the Reggaeboyz, he was a starter, out and out starter for the Artifact team. He was playing week and week up, but after that injury, it seems like he have lost his place. He have lost a little bit of confidence. What needs to be done for Demar Gray to be on top of his game again? But Demar Gray, we trust him. You have ability. We have seen made a little few things last night in the game, which I didn't saw in the Honduran game. I said, okay, maybe it's a little bit of form. It's coming back. It's just confidence, man. It will come right back in. And as soon as he probably make a few dribble, consistently more, or start to get goals in the back of the net, then his confidence will get back. But I think it's just confident wise, it's just all about Demar Gray. But Bobby Reed, workman style, I think he have played really well. I think on the ball in this game than previous game, he have controlled the ball a little bit more better than what he have done in the last two games, except the Nicaragua, so the Cuba and the Honduran game. He have played a little bit more better. He look more of himself. His set piece, his corner kick were a little bit one pine. So I think, Bobby Reed will always give Bobby Reed performance. He always be that player that going to trigger press and always going to provoke the opponent team of, trying to either semi-press or go full-on press. But Tyreek Magee, such a beautiful player. Tariq Maggie is such a, you could see that this player is growing, maturity is there, he's getting all over the pitch, his recovery rate, this is the same type of performances that I saw. And I remember Tariq Maggie, I've gave the reggaeboyz team, in Costa Rica, against the Los Ticos. So can he get another opportunity, in the next FIFA window? Hopefully this is not the end, but hopefully this is the start of something that every time when Tariq Maggie get the ball, he make a look up at least 2-3 times, or he push the ball forward 2-3 times, trying to scan the field, trying to see is there's a key pass that I can make, there's something that I can create for the team. If it's not there, he make the simple pass. But that for show you the mind of a creative player is very important on the field. It's up there. If you tell me, is Maggie a better player than Omar Hutchinson? I feel they're on the same, close to the same level. It's just that one is playing on a higher level, but Tariq Maggie is no far from Omar Hutchinson. But guess what? The performance that I get from Maggie, you will get those from Maggie time and time out. And he's trying to get on the ball, and he's getting on the end of defending for his team as well, helping out Tavan Gray on that right hand side. And I see a little bit of interchange with him and Bobby Reed and Demari Gray also. So you could see this is a player that can play all three positions behind the number 9. So good to see Tariq Maggie is back in the fold. Player that have been playing on the artificial turf from the game start. Maggie is in the game until he get pulled out of the game. So he don't need any condition, he don't need any time to settle. Romario Williams, again, another player that look from the game start, he's up for it. You could see that he's up for it. He's sprinting, he's pressing whenever he need to do. You understand? And he got that goal. He got that well-deserved goal, but an opportunity, the first opportunity of the game, I think he missed it. I think it's in, Romario Williams. I think he got an opportunity in the 8th minute. If you ask me, in the 8th minute, he got an opportunity. But when you look at it, even the first goal, I think, the first goal is something that, look, it could have blown for a foul. Trust me, that first goal could have blown for a foul. God, Demari Gray really pushed the number 2, the right back for Nicaragua. He pushed him, but again, the referee, look, if you ask me, the referee was well balanced. He was in control of the game. I think that Guatemala referee is a very good referee. He let a lot of things slide. He didn't really give anybody more favored call in the game. He tried to make the game flow a lot more. I think the referee have done a really good job. Did I want to mention? So the Nicaraguan team, when I look at the Nicaraguan team, 12 shots they have kicked outside of the box. That's a lot. I think 17 shots towards the goal. I think 6 on target. You understand? But I was a little bit disappointed on how the Nicaraguan team, get caught up of trying to play only with 2 players on the pitch. Juan Barrera, the player that played in the last time we played him in 2015, and Byron Bonilla, the star man for Nicaragua, was playing on that left hand side. I think they were trying to play them in the game too much. I think Nicaragua is a team, especially under this coach, Marco Antonio Figueroa the Ghost. They're more of a structured team. They're more of a team that hunt impact for the ball. So I think they're a little bit disappointed, I think they kind of lack a little bit of intensity, but again, can that be the reflection of what Steve McLaren, his tactics of how to shield his back four, defensively and without the ball? I think Nicaragua have done a really good job tactically without the ball. The team have held their shape, everyone was in their position. Whenever the ball is in at a certain area of our defensive third in our half, there is always that player know that, look, you need to go and press that ball. So everything was in control. So I think, look, tactically the game was impressive, but Nicaragua is still there. They just never look dangerous. Even when, they in the last 5 minutes, that beautiful bicycle kick, I think it was Muscarade, the midfielder from Nicaragua. It just never looked dangerous, up to that point. Up to that point, that was their most clear-cut opportunity. Bonilla got one, right in between Damian Lowe and Pinnock in the first 10 minutes of the second half. And, that was a little sniff of a half chance, but he just didn't control the ball perfectly well, and you control the ball in the box, and it's not dead or it's not under control, defender will going to clear the ball. But overall, it's a very good game. The atmosphere was there. The fans were right on top of the game. I just love those stadiums. The stadiums that come right on the touchline. Where the fans them can shout. The players them can actually hear the fans. So yeah, I think they announced it around 18,000, were in attendance, at the game last night in Managua, but very good game. Up next is Honduras. Yeah, we on 7 points, 2 wins and a draw. In first position, Honduras is right behind us on 6. Nicaragua, is 4. We're not there as yet. We just need a point to qualify, but we need to finish on top of this zone, to show a statement win. But nevertheless, man, CONCACAF seems like it's ours now. We have to be making sure that, look, we keep on dominate in Central America. I must say, I said CONCACAF a while ago. Central America, we must make sure that, look, we keep dominating in these parts of section. We already conquer the Caribbean. We now need to take control of Central America one by one. We take down Honduras. Back-to-back win in Honduras, we beat them 2-0 in our World Cup qualifier game. We beat them 2-0 in the Nations League as well. We beat them power turf in Nations League and in Gold Cup match on our turf as well. So Honduras seems like them in our back pocket right now. Costa Rica, the Los Ticos, and guess what? The Panamanian, we are coming. We need to dominate Central America, and from there we are 5th. We're going to get in the top 4. So what we have to take down the rivals them one by one. We can't say, I just Nicaragua. We can't say, Honduras is in problem. I don't really want to get ahead of things, because we are make some simple mistakes in the game, but because the teams are not punishing us, and because at times you have players that are in position that can really recover and make amend in that mistake that his teammate have made earlier, and map up. But again, we have to make sure the simple mistake we correct those. But again, one step at a time. Honduras is our rival on Monday. We need to take action against them. And guess what? Stadium nice again, because we know say Monday night stadium full. Back-to-back win. People, how much coach come to Jamaica and play back-to-back games in Central America? I don't want to hear if El Salvador, Nicaragua, whatever it is. We have played probably the least dominant team in Central America, Nicaragua. But if you look, Nicaragua have played around 16 competitive games under Marco Figueroa, and if yet to lose. This is his first game. This is his second time a team in competitive games that have stopping him from score. Dominican Republic have done it. Us have done it. You understand? At home. So we have stopped the Ghost team from scoring at home the second time, the second team. And guess what? Back to back defeat for Central American teams against the Reggae Boys. How much coach can come here and coach a national team and say, yo, I'm going to play Honduras, I'm going to play Nicaragua in back-to-back games away in Central America, a place where we have struggled in the past. Since recently, results have gone our way really well. I think the last game that we have lost on Central American soil, it was that game against Panama. I think it was against Panama, the World Cup qualifier game. I think that was the last game that we have lost in Central America. So our team, there's progress I've been making. You could see what the coach is doing. You could see what he wants from his players. You could see that the intention is there to coach these players individually. It's not all about what happened in the past with Alf Grimson. Just show some bunch of players out there and just tell them what to do and just say, hey, just go run up and kick some ball. No, this team is under direction. This team is coaching by a gaffer. You understand? So in Steve McLaren, we trust Steve McLaren is driving the wheel to 2026. See you on Monday, with another episode of the Morning Insider. Ciao, ciao, people. Adios, my fans. Bless up.